Hi everyone, welcome back to Wesknows Tech News and Reviews. Today we'll be talking about the Juice Airphones Play AirPods. Here they are. So these things right here are extra cheap. These earpods are just £20 or 20 bucks or 20 euro. Well, in fact, I got them at Ryman's, which is just a local shop, and I got them on discount for £15. So they are extra cheap. Let's talk about them. How good are they? What do they sound like? What do they feel like? And pretty much everything else. Let's get into it.
If you are new to Wesknows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way.
I don't know about you, but I've been always on the lookout for great looking earpods. Something that is not all the way across my face, and I am looking for true wireless. I love the fact that you can pull them out in their little case and just use them on the go. I used to have the Bluetooth earpods and earphones which sort of dangle at the back, but that's just not comfortable. I love the whole true wireless concept, but I do not want to splash out $100, $200 or $300. I want them to be disposable. I want to have great earphones for a low price, and I want to listen to music, I want to take calls, I want to use them at the gym, and I generally want to have them around. And if I do break them or they fall, I don't want to feel the shame and the loss of losing something that costs a ton. But as time has shown, it's actually not that easy to get budget AirPods, true wireless AirPods, which actually do bring great quality, great sound, great build quality. Usually the compromises have to be made. And hence, here we go. So we have the Juice Airphones Play AirPods with us today. Today I'll be telling you about the sound quality when you're listening to music, when you're using them in the gym, or when you're doing your runs. And I'm also going to tell you about the sound quality for calls. So let's kick off with the build quality and design of the Juice Airphones Play True Wireless AirPods. Let's get into it. As soon as you pull this baby out of the box, it's excellent. It feels just right. So the case is all hard plastic, no doubt. So nothing too premium here. It's just the glossy white. But it does feel right. It weighs about just under 100 grams or so, and you can feel that yes, there's a bit of battery in here, and it does feel solid enough. I love the shape, I love the rounded corners, and it's just not a straight rectangular shape. It's more circular, it's round. It feels good. But what I don't like is that there's no light, no LED anywhere to tell me if this thing is being charged or demands charging. There's nothing on here like an LCD panel that can actually tell me how much charge is actually left in this thing. That's a minus. But if we do talk about ergonomics, then yes, the case is really good. Let's talk about actually opening up the case and looking at the AirPods inside. So straight away, before we actually get them out, you do realize there's a bit of an issue. The lid does open nicely, that's true. It's a bit solid, it's got a bit of a magnet close on here. It feels nice. But actually pulling out the AirPods is a bit fiddly, because really, if you take a look, there's nothing really to catch onto. It's just, yeah. So you do have to fiddle around, but once you do get them out, you'll notice that this AirPod, look at it, it's tiny. I love the soft earbud. That is useful. You've got 2 spare earbuds in the box when you buy this, just of a different size, so you do find what's convenient for you. So as soon as you put it into your ear, you will feel, wow, it's convenient. It goes in nicely, it stays in, and whether you go on your runs on the treadmill or you're just walking around, it feels great. What I do love about these is the size. The size is just right. They're not massive. They look premium, and trust me, for something that costs just 20 bucks for that look, that's a bit unbelievable. When you take it out, it's also very convenient, but putting the earpod back into the case is also quite fiddly. Let me show you why. So you can see that the actual stem is sitting here right in the top corner of the case, and that makes it fiddly to put in there because you have to twist it in. But I have to say, when you close this lid, that sound, it's just so nice. Opening it up as well, it's lovely. For that price, I didn't expect that much fun from the actual case. Let's talk about battery life. Now these AirPods here, they will actually last you 14 hours. So the case will bring about 3 whole charges, and every charge on the actual EarPods is about 3.5 hours worth of, well, streaming sound. So you've got 3.5 hours in your EarPods, and you've got 3 extra charges in the case. So that's quite solid. So again, for 20 bucks, you do get quite a lot of battery life. 14 hours, not bad. Before we start talking about sound quality, let's talk about features and functions. With these ones, if you do one tap, it basically mutes your music or whatever streaming through your headphones. If you're doing a tap and hold, that will actually bump up your volume. If on the other hand, you're just doing 2 taps, that will get you to your voice control or your voice assistant, whatever you're using on your phone. Then if you do 3 taps, that will actually skip over to the next song or the previous song. So if you triple tap your left ear, that will get you to the previous song. But if you triple tap on your right ear, that will get you to your next song. And that is pretty convenient. I wouldn't say it's too sensitive, it's just right. The features and functions are quite plain, but they do what it says they will do. So you've got the 1, 2, and 3 taps. You can use either your left or your right EarPods. When you do get a phone call though, and you're listening to your music will pause and you will take your call. Now, I think we're getting into the sound quality conversation. First of all, if we're going to be talking about sound quality, let's start off with music. And then we can get into things like conversations on your phone. Now, when listening to music, we do expect very punchy bass. At the same time, we also expect the forward mids and sparkly treble. Well, with these ones, you do get bass, you can hear it, but it's not as punchy and not as forward as I would expect on the premium EarPods. If we talk about the treble, it's also not as sparkly, it's a bit muted. Now the mids, again, they're not as forward and they're a bit all over the show, and you just don't get that accuracy or that tight feeling of the sound. It's all just jittery, it's a bit all over the show. It's not amazing, but at the same time, it's not as poor as we've heard on many more of the previous reviews of the budget AirPods. So if I was to give its bass a star rating, and would say that 5 stars is the premium AirPods, I would give it a 2.5 stars. It's not bad. Now, if we talk about the treble, I think it's high enough, so I would say 3 stars. With the mids, 2 to 3 stars. So let's go with 2.5, because again, they're a bit all over the show. You just don't have that full picture. You just can't feel the music that well. And what I'm trying to say is that there's a lack of sharpness and there's a lack of context. Now, if we talk about taking calls with these AirPods here, another issue. The fact is, I've tried taking the calls at home, outside. It doesn't matter what I do. But on the other line, the people can just hear echoes. Your voice is echoing all the time. So if you are on a budget and you're looking for comfortable earbuds to take you through your gym workouts or your runs at the park or just walking around, then these would suit you fine, because the price is excellent. And you can get them at the local retailers, you can get them on Amazon, and they're just so easy to get. And the fact is, they look premium, and when they sit in your ear, it's very convenient and very comfortable. So let's summarize. For sound quality, for music, I would give them 2.5 stars, a solid 2.5. For taking calls, 1.5 stars. That's probably as far as I'm willing to push it. But anyway, thank you for watching the review of the Juice Airphones Play True Wireless AirPods. If you did like the content, then please drop us a like. And if you want to see more of the same, you know what to do. Please hit the red subscribe button below the video. And I'll see you in the next one.